What is up, peeps? It's Burn here, back again, doing a video about war. I find a lot of players just seem lost when it comes to a war, so I wanted to clear things up a bit, show you guys what it's all about. Well, they would say, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Well, no, that's not the case whatsoever. When you're attacking bases, on the bottom left-hand side, there's medals. You wonder, what the medals are for. You see them when you look at other players, and it kind of tells they have 118k medals this week, all-time 16 million. What does it all mean? Well, when you become an officer or leader of a team, medals are currency. They're the currency that you use to declare war. War is not free. When you go to a team, let's say we go after a high-ranking team. These guys are in first place. Declare war. It'll tell you how much the stakes are. War is going to cost 400k medals. We only have 12k at the moment, so that's why it's important to have good team activity so you can earn medals for your officers and leader to declare war. If we win this war, we're going to get 25 points. We're only going to lose 7 points. We're also going to get 60 extra egg tokens in our little treasury, which resets every night. So we get the daily bonus of 200, and then any extra war gains go in to make a total of such and such. And if you lose war, you unfortunately lose eggs. So great way to get a little extra bonus egg tokens. So I declared 2 wars today, and this first one here, we're kind of even matched in numbers. They have maybe 1 or 2 more players than us, so they're starting with 105 and we're starting with 95. It's kind of an even match there. It's a way for me to test my team's activity to see if they do their war attacks. This other war here, it's going to be a little bit more of a romp. Wanted to get some extra points, so they were actually just above us in the league rating, so went after them. Now, the highest score you can get is 250, and the other team gets 250. If it comes down to both teams having 250, it'll go down to defenses. Whoever has the most successful defense will win. On a war like this, where we have 165, they've got 109. If we can get to 250 flames, if we can take out all their team members, since they don't have enough players to take out all of our members, the war will actually end. We'll actually win the war early. In war, you go to the little skull and crossbones, press go, take a look at the options of players you have to attack. The goal is to get 5 flames. And what 5 flames is either beating the entire base with 1 dragon, or if you beat it with 1 dragon and 1 attacker with you. That's 5 flames. So for a war attack, you can only attack once. I remember my first war, I was super excited. I was like, I'm going to kill this whole team. And then it didn't work like that. You attack once and then you're done. So for every empty slot that you have open on a team, the other team gets 5 points. Great. Hardcore just jumping right in there. So I was on that attack. I didn't get to attack. It was cleared without me, but my name shows up in that win, and so my contributions go up to 10. So you only physically can contribute 5 flames to your total score to get to 250, but you can get extra contributions, which will put you in the running to get the MVP. All right, so as we look down here, French Toast tried to defeat our Melon 219, wasn't able to get 5 flames. He may just leave it at 4 flames. To me personally, that is a mistake. I have seen wars come down to 1 flame, and I've won wars on defense, 250 to 250, and you win with those defense. That does happen. So I don't hound my players to get 5 flames. I just want them to do it by themselves. So I mean, if you want to be on an active team, you want to be a team player, Your job is to do your war attacks to get 5 flames. I'm not going to harass you to do it. I'm not going to send out those reminders and keep hounding you to redo it. I'm going to let you do whatever you do, but what we're looking for as officers and leaders is for you to go and get those 5 flames. You can't do it yourself. It's unfortunate. You might give them a couple of defense, but just ask for help. I'd be glad to help you just crush your enemies to get those 5 flames. So you wonder what low-level players can do for the war. As a higher-level player, I can use their attack to defeat a high-level base. So I'm going to have him go in and pick the highest target he can find, and then I'm going to clear it out for him. Level 21 verse 53. No defenders. What? Get him, Nag. You got this. So we had the lead attacker and the support, and that's 5 flames. Scores up to 175. There's our 5 flames. Sweet. So when a war attack comes up, it'll be like a sort of brownish color invite for the joint attack or for the defend. That's how you'll know it's a war attack. You definitely want to click on those. If you're a lower level, you may want to wait a few seconds to jump in. One of the higher level players on my team, so I want to jump right in, because if he gets killed, I want to make sure that I can take out the rest of the base. So at the end, if you're leading the war attack and you can finish, I recommend killing the base. Do it by yourself. Don't worry about the people behind you. Because what happens if they get disconnected, it'll count as a defend against you, or you might not get your 5 flames. So when you come back in, our score goes up, and that person is crossed off the list. If someone leaves your team during a war, their name will get crossed out and it'll say left team, and it'll automatically give 5 points to the other team. I always recommend having players either removed during an event where a war can't be declared, or but definitely not during a war. And it's hard to do it sometimes if you're getting declared on. It's like you can never get rid of these people. Okay, so I want to show you a few ways that you can do war attacks and you can redo war attacks. Alright, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to attack this level 60 player. I'm not going to invite my teammates because I don't want anyone clearing it. So I only got 1 flame. Here's my attack. He's crossed off and I have 1 flame. So now my name, my attack, is attached to this player. I can redo the attack and get 5 flames, but my name is stuck to this player. So if I do, it's not going to come up as a war attack. So I'm going to show you a few ways to get around that, because you can try to go after the same person, but if you can't beat that person, you're going to have to go after another player. But since your name is stuck on that player, I'm going to show you a way to get out of that. Okay, so I have 1 flame, and Jax is going to redo my attack to get 5 flames. Okay, so I don't so much recommend that strategy, especially if you're on a team with a low activity and one of your players just goes on and does 1 flame or a 3 flame attack. If you overwrite that attack, you're actually going to lose that 1 flame. Like, yes, we gained 4, but the 1 flame that I had done has been overwritten. So I actually get to go again. I'll be able to attack another player. But let's say that person isn't very active and they're not going to go again. If you overwrite their attack, you're not going to have that 1 extra flame, as meager as it is. So I just wanted to show you that it is possible to overwrite another person's attack that doesn't have 5 flames, and that will clear them to be able to do another attack, which is what I'm going to do right now.
And this is why you never swap on a war attack.
So we turned this war attack into an XP run for Nagmus because Jack swapped out as well. Didn't get me my 5 flames. So we got 4 flames. So I'll have to redo that attack because I got 4 flames. So if you didn't get 5 flames, you can just jump right back in and redo the attack. It does, unfortunately, if someone defends, it will stack up a defend for them. And there it is. I got my 5 flames. Sometimes it does take a little while to reset. And sometimes you'll actually do it and you'll back another person and you'll get 5 flames and it won't register and you may have to do it again. I just recommend waiting a little bit to make sure that it does hold. So here I don't have to kill the other dragon. I just have to leave something on the board in order for it to not get 5 flames. So I'm going to go a little nuts with the healing in the hopes that I get it. So this guy's a little too strong. So my friend Freaknik is asking some great questions. Do I go in alone or take the easy one, or ask for help and go in strong? And I said I recommend taking the highest ones out. This is actually a mistake that the other team is making right now. And then if I join and someone stronger than me joins in, should I bow out if I'm second? I would. If they can't handle it, I think you should quit and let the bigger player take your place. I think that's a great question. You know, if you're in the second round and you really can't finish that base, you know, you kind of, get stacking up a defense on your team. So if we look at the other team here, Emerolians, right now they're beating us by 2 points. They do have a few that aren't 5 flame attacks, so there's 3 points on the board that we can capitalize on. You know, if we get to 250, they're going to be stuck at 247. It's something that they are doing is some of their higher level players are attacking our lower level players. So they're leaving these high level players for their low level players, which is, to me, a big mistake. Your big players have gone. They can't go again. Yes, they can back you, but if they can't beat, level 76, if they can't beat level 40, 50 and get 5 flames, it's going to cost you the war. So, to answer Freaknik's question, I would say, get 5 flames. Your job is to get 5 flames. If you're low level, if no one else is on, do that. When someone else comes on and you don't have 5 flames, you only have 4 flames, later on when you're back on, if someone can help you, recover those 5 flames, great. Otherwise, go for a different target and, get those 5 flames. So if there's no one on to help you, 5 flames is 5 flames. And if you've done that, you've done your job, kudos to you. If there's people on, go for the biggest ones. It's a better strategy to take out their highest level players first. I usually like to start to do that right at the beginning of the war. I'll check them out before the war starts. I'll come on, take a look at which of their players are online. If they got that little green symbol, that means they're on. And if no one's on, or if they're low level, go for those big players. Get them out of the way. Clear the board for your low level players or your other teammates to come in. Get the biggest one done, I think, is the best strategy. So don't forget to boost up your base. Make it as strong as possible. Get those boosts going. Put them up for 24 hours because as long as the war lasts. Don't forget to beef up your dragons, add extra spells, whatever you got to throw at them, make it stick. I just invited this player, and now they're a member of our team. Anyone that joins after the war is declared will not be able to participate, unfortunately. They can attack and they can defend, but the attack's not going to account. I mean, they can support if they're high enough level. It's already been counted as a 5 flames against us. And another piece of strategy would be, we just had a defend and we annihilated, all 3 attackers, 5 dragons killed. Unfortunately, that doesn't lock them in to that player, so they can actually attack anyone else that they want, so they could go for a low-level player. People that aren't as aware, they don't know the mechanics of the game, I would actually recommend, after you've killed the first dragon, if it's only one player, quit. Or if it's two, after you've killed the second dragon or prevented them from getting 5 flames, I recommend quitting. And then they'll be stuck with that 1 or 2 flames, and they'll have to redo it. Now, let's say they're not as active of a player, or they actually just can't. There's no one left. There's no one left to attack. They can't get any more flames. I think that's a better strategy than wiping someone off the board and giving them the option to choose another lower level player to attack. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about war. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and get 5 flames. Have a good one.